The gentleman from California, Mr. Rohrabacher, is recognized for his questions.
Well, thank you very much. You're obviously a very articulate and hardworking person, and we respect that, even though we may have differences in policy. Do you know in your background of any example where scientists or people involved with policy were ignoring certain raw data in order to achieve a certain preconceived conclusion? Do you ever know, have you ever come across that?
Not individuals that I have worked with.
Do you know of examples of that?
So
you don't know any examples of where people didn't really fulfill their
well, if
job
you're asking
of
me
being
personally,
of such
no.
high standards? Okay.
Personally, no.
Well, I would have to suggest then that maybe you're a little naive in that area.
Okay.
Those of us who've been around a while have seen this in several occasions. So not knowing any examples of that, you then feel totally secure in telling us that we must have trust in the outcome without knowing the raw data that went to that.
No, sir.
We're not asking us to trust
No,
that.
sir. What I am clearly I've read about instances where science has not has been manipulated.
Correct.
And that is why we work through an independent, peer-reviewed body to be able to provide us advice. They don't have to.
What about us? I mean, we are elected. Your peer review process are not elected by the people to watch out for their interests.
We
are elected by. Excuse me, one moment. We are elected by the people to make sure that their interests are being watched out for. You are asking us to trust someone who's appointed rather than trying to look at whatever data is used for these decision makings yourself. And
there's no trust me about it, sir. You've given me a job. This government has provided the structure by which I do my job, including looking at science.
The structure that was set up originally, I believe, was the Constitution that left Congress primarily responsible to watch out directly for the interests of the American people because they vote for us. Let me just point out, you are undermining that basic constitutional privilege when you tell us there's information you will not give us.
No, sir. You have laws that provide that preclude us from giving you sensitive information.
Okay. Well, sensitive information not given to the people elected by the voters of this country is an insult to the people, to our Constitution, to everything this country is supposed to be about in terms of freedom, responsibility, openness of government, etc. Let me ask you, what percentage of the atmosphere is CO2?
What percentage of the atmosphere is CO2? I don't have that calculation for you, sir.
Maybe you could tell us what your personal guess is on what percentage of the CO2.
I don't make those guesses, sir.
You're the head of the EPA and you don't know? You have all of these laws based on, you're going to get your staffer to tell you now. But you're the head of the EPA and you did not know what percentage, and now you are basing policies that impact dramatically on the American people, and you didn't even know what the content of CO2 in the atmosphere was, which is the justification for the very policies you're talking about?
No,
well, thank you.
If you're asking me how much CO2 is in the atmosphere, not a percentage, but how much, we have just reached levels of 400 parts per million.
I think I was very clear what I was asking, and I was very clear you didn't know. Let me ask you if CO2, from what I understand, is only one half of 1% of the atmosphere. And you believe that this minimal, tiny element, and by the way, only 10% of that, from what I understand, is actually man-made. And of course, whatever you're suggesting and is being suggested as the basis for creating these what we consider draconian controls is that 1/10 that is man-made of the 1/2 of 1/10 of 1/2 of 1%, that will have an impact on the weather to the point that it will actually impact people's health.
The gentleman's time has expired.
Thank you very much.